Los Angeles firefighters have one of the most intense jobs right now, not just fighting acres of this historically destructive urban fire, but fighting crime, resource shortages, misinformation, and the emotional and human tolls of the devastation. From looters disguised as firefighters to new reports of burglars attempting to break into Vice President Harris's California home. NewsNation's Mills Hayes is tracking those details. Mills.
Hey, that's right, Natasha. Police confirming to NewsNation that 2 men were detained on the property belonging to Vice President Kamala Harris in the California's Brentwood neighborhood. Police received a call during curfew hours, which was between 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. They responded to a reported burglary on the vice president's residence. 2 men were found dressed in all black on the vice president's property and were detained by police for breaking that curfew. However, the men were later released and not charged, with details still limited at this time. Officials reporting that this morning that several other people were arrested overnight, bringing the total to 29 arrests connected with these fires. Last night, authorities identified a pair of men dressed as firefighters that they were using to burglarize a home.
I saw a gentleman that looked like a firefighter, and I asked him if he was okay because he was sitting down. I didn't realize we had him in handcuffs. We were turning him over to LAPD because he was dressed like a fireman, and he was not. He just got caught burglarizing a home.
As firefighters are desperately trying to contain the flames ravaging Southern California, their jobs are being made more complicated by a few bad actors seeking to capitalize on the misfortune of others. Natasha?
All right. Mills Hayes with that. We appreciate it. Thank you. I do have one more question for you. Our heroes facing such a terrain out there, we're also seeing firefighters on the ground saying that U.S. Forest Service is grossly underestimating how depleted their firefighting resources are. What more can you tell us about the struggles that firefighters are facing beyond just these dangerous conditions?
Well, groups that represent wildland firefighters, they have been warning about critical staffing shortages for years before these wildfires broke out. And these groups are trying to get a permanent pay increase for these crucial jobs. On average, CAL FIRE, which is in California, those wildland firefighters make about $52,000 a year, more than $14,000 less than the national average for American. The average pay for a wildland firefighter in the U.S. Forest Service is about $18 an hour, which comes out to about $36,000 per year. And there is no health insurance coverage or retirement benefits attached. And in spite of the obvious danger, there's no hazard pay either. And because wildland firefighters are still considered seasonal, many packed up their gear months ago.
While we say and recognize that fire seasons have turned into fire years, a large portion of the federal workforce to support fire years is laid off.
This means there are fewer people available to fight the LA fires than during the recognized fire seasons, June to October. President Biden granted federal wildland firefighters a temporary pay increase that has been extended until March. But if lawmakers don't increase that pay permanently, then federal wildland firefighters could see their pay cut in half. Natasha.
Okay, Mills Hayes tracking that. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.